It sounds like Cooper and the corn head are having a little bit of a tussle. Today is full of combining corn, 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 and more corn. Welcome to Winona's farm. There's about 40 acres in the front of this farm. The highway's right on the other side of the hill. It goes all the way to the creek at the bottom of the hill, right on the other side of that hay bale. And then there's like 35 acres in the back. So we always like to start at the back. So that way once it gets dark, you're in the big wide open area in the front. Because back there, it can get a little... You gotta be careful on this driveway at Winona's. It's like this steep. It's about 20 feet wide, really steep ditch on both sides of it. It's at the bottom of a hill on a busy highway. First load of the year in the pit for me. There eventually is going to be a button outside that we can just press start on so we don't have to walk in here and it'll do this exact same thing. But for now we have to come in here because, well, stuff's not fully done yet. Oh. Allergic to you.
Beautiful, chilly, cold, 24 degrees this morning. I didn't think it was supposed to be windy again today, and I was definitely wrong on that. Get a little breeze like this, the corn starts opening up and it actually starts drying down a little more. Oh, this wind just makes it miserable, I tell you. The pit will empty out while we're gone. Hopefully it'll be empty before the next truck pulls in.
Once we get Winona's done, it'll be kind of nice because then everything else will be pretty much close to home other than Carol's, but I think we're gonna go there next. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Cole, you gonna roll your tarp?
Yeah, he's gonna put a little bit on the back of me. Yeah, there's only one hump in the back.
Oh, okay, okay.
I got lucky. I was able to back right out and I called Dad as soon as I went in because I was blocking the whole highway. Didn't want to get a ticket for failure to maintain control. I threw her in reverse, she backed right up. Wheels must have been on the concrete just enough. Woo!
I see Cooper sitting here. Looks like the throat's got a bunch of stuff in it, so I don't know what's going on there yet. Sounds like he's kind of plugging up when he's going down a hill. So he's gonna take these ear savers off. See if that helps. It's just them 4 rows. Don't know what, why. Nerve-wracking is what it is.
Look at all the deer hanging out in the yard. Guys, that's freshly planted. What are you doing? One of the first really cold nights around here. It's like 21 degrees out right now. Looks like the pit just ran empty. We'll give it a minute. That one, make sure it shuts off.
You can always tell who the hardest worker of the day is going to be. When they bring their own lunch bucket and drinks, you know they're planning on working through noon hour.
There's load sensors on the motors that run everything. So once it senses everything's empty and it says, hey, there's no load on me anymore, then everything times out in order at 20 seconds at a time. Our pit's big enough where it can just about hold a full semi. We would have liked to go a little bit bigger now that we have it, so that way, you know, if you got a heaping semi, it'll actually take the whole thing and then you don't have to wait a minute for it to go down. It sounds small, but when a combine's waiting for you and the grain carts are full, if you can just pull on and dump in 30 seconds and leave, it basically eliminates the need to have an extra semi. So you can do the same capacity with one less rig. So one less driver, one less thing to maintain, technically two with the trailer. So that was kind of our thought process behind that. But if we could do it again, we do a bigger pit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Melvin's. For some reason, this number, it's 108 days, just not feeding into the corn head at all. You get going in, it just builds up right on top. We have the head set at maximum speed, and it still does it. It doesn't make sense. As soon as you point the nose in downhill, it all plugs. The same number that was on the west side of Mary Lou's was 103 day. That same number is also at Carroll's. So we're just gonna head over to Carroll's tonight. It's probably about a 45-minute drive from where we're at. So we're just gonna cruise over there, get everything opened up. We're gonna have a little bit of daylight left, which is nice. It's actually kind of nice when you have the lights and this really bright equipment, so then when cars poke over a hill, they see a city coming at them from a couple miles away. Versus when it's bright daylight out and then they pop a hill and then boom, you're right there. Dad's leading, Cooper's behind him, then Ricardo. Owen's gotta be here somewhere. Cause we got a great big convoy. Okay, we're going a whole 11 mile an hour right now in 5th gear. We're just using a little bit of engine brake going down this hill. We got about a 45-minute haul to our destination from our current location. How we doing, Pete? Driving these speeds on the highway right now reminds me of when I was in high school and I first got my license. After basketball games, I had a Chrysler 5th Avenue, 1986, solid brown. The thing was awesome. But I would just sit down the street a block from the school after a basketball game, and I would wait for the opposing team to load their bus, and then when they took off, I'd pull out right in front of their bus. And you best bet, I did 15 miles an hour in every double yellow I could for 15 miles. Oh, there's a cow out there. This field got 2 fungicides on it, and looks like that's the only tar spot I'm seeing right there. Very little.
Come tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow.